It's freaking snowing. You can't even see it. Oh, you can see it now. Oh yeah, go above the screen. Oh yeah, good call. You can see it now. Look at the snow. Snow views. It looks beautiful. All right, guys. So Q&A time. As I said before, I'm gonna be doing more of these on my Instagram. If you wanna ever hop in these Q&As and get your question asked by me, all you have to do is comment when I make the post on my Instagram. Very good question here. And the question is, which pro are you looking forward to sharing the stage with? So obviously, Ray, Dre, but the person I'm really excited to share the stage with is Kayaki. Big reason is that we're actually pretty close friends. We talk about it every single day. He's a really cool dude. He's been supporting me before I even got my pro card. Like, he's been saying I'm gonna get the pro card and move forward with it probably since early 2020. So I just look forward to sharing the stage with him because he's my homie, and it'd be really cool to get on stage with a good friend of mine who's actually like one of the best in the world. So Kayaki's definitely my number one. Obviously Ray and Dre, because I'm cool with both of them. They're obviously on my team. All three of them on my team, Team Ventura. So if I had to give a list, I'd say 1 Kayaki, 2 Ray, 3 Dre. But they're all kind of like in that mix. But Kayaki is definitely the person I want to share a stage with the most because I'm close friends with them. What do I do to help stay mentally focused? Honestly, for me, I'm just so hyper focused on my goals at all times. And a big thing in my head is like, I want to make sure my family, my girl, my close friends are all good, because I feel like if I succeed and I find success, that they're going to find success just because they're that close to me, that I'll make sure they're good no matter what. You know, like anything in life that happened to them, I'll make sure they're good. I'm going to have their back. If they need anything from me, I'm always there. So I'm so focused on my goals because I'm so focused on helping the people close to me too. And obviously I have my own goals for me. I want to achieve them, but I want to make sure the people close to me that I love are good. Very, very good question. Very good question. What do you enjoy most about coaching others? I love how much joy it seems to bring you. And it does bring me a lot of joy because I love it. I know I tell people this all the time, like, yes, coaching is my full-time job. I make my career, my living off of it, but I truly love it. And it's not about the money to me. I just love helping people. I've always loved helping people. You can ask my clients that I am so on top of everything. If they message me on WhatsApp, boom, I'm messaging right away. I just love it. I really like to see people progress. I like that feeling that I get when they message me and they're just so happy. They're like, let's fucking go. Like, we just lost a pound. We just lost 2 pounds. We lost 5 pounds. And I get so excited when they have that excitement because I truly care about them and I truly care about helping people. So it's just something I love to do. And I don't plan on stopping and helping others for a long time. I want to be a coach for a long time. I'm learning every day. I'm not the best coach. That's what some coaches don't understand. Like, I'm not the best coach, but every day I'm working towards being a better coach. So if you ever want to get coached with me, Greggo Training on Instagram, you can find out all about my coaching, my prices, what I have to offer, learn a little about me. We can see if you're a good fit. So hit me up if you ever want that. So this question is, what has been your toughest issue in the fitness industry? So I haven't really had any issues in the fitness industry. If anything, I would say my biggest issue, and that was just myself, was trying to navigate myself in the industry, finding where I belong, finding what I resonate with the most, and finding myself. Because a lot of people are on social media, they're trying to be like other people. That's not my style. I'm me, I'm Matt, this is who I am, this is how I'm gonna be 24/7. I don't really know how someone's gonna take it. They can take it well, they can take it bad, but I think a lot of people just don't be themselves. Like, be unique, be you. Don't be afraid to get whatever kind of emotions out on camera. Don't be afraid to let your character out on camera. If you're a goof, let be a goof. Like, I'm a goof all the time, my girl. So it's like, I'm myself. That's it. In a long time, like, honestly, probably 4 or 5 years, I was not myself on camera. Yeah, probably 4 or 5 years. You know, I just thought you need to be really vanilla, and no one wants to watch that shit because that wasn't me anyway. So I was like posting things that weren't me. So it definitely took me some time to navigate through the industry and figure out what I wanted to be seen on YouTube, on Instagram and everything. But what I learned is that people need to see your life. You know, I was so afraid to post certain things for a long time, and I'm still getting better with it, but I just want to let more people in. But that's my biggest issue. Don't try to be like anyone else. Like, everyone's trying to be like their favorite influencer, but what makes you unique is you. So that's my advice. If you're trying to get in the industry, just be yourself. Good things will come. Don't try to be like everyone else. It's just not worth it. So this is a good question, but not a question. It's just funny. So I don't have a question. Just, you are the best, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm not the best, but I'm working towards being a better me every day. So same to you. Work on being better you. Be your best. That's always the key to success. That rhyme? I don't know. They got a beautiful view. It's snowing out today. I love it. Winter time. Got these beautiful views. Doing the Q&A in this space. Beautiful day. Tips on prepping for your first show. Everything from tanning to bleeding. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a coach question. So if you want to get all that information, obviously you need to hire a coach. But here's like my main tips for your first show. For your division, research it, do your homework, and figure out what they're looking for. So for me, for example, for men's physique, they want conditioning, they want presentation, they want size in the right area. So I would make sure I get that. But with that being said, I would not rush to get to the stage, because if it's your first show, you want to make sure it's a really special experience. Like, you don't want to just rush to get on stage. So do your homework, add size if you need to for whatever division you are, you know, if you're a man or a woman. And most importantly, have fun with the process. I know my first show, I was miserable just because I was never used to that whole dieting, training, cardio lifestyle of that intensity. But now, like my last prep when I got my pro card, I was so like spiritually happy. I was just so in a positive mood. Like, I'd be suffering, but I'm just like, I was in a good mood. And I was appreciative every day. I would always say I'm grateful for. And that's really big. You know, you have to be grateful for that experience in prep, because it goes by really fast. You never get it back. Especially that first show. You never get another first show. So really take in that prep. Enjoy the process. Have fun with it. Don't be miserable to your friends, family, and loved ones, because no one wants to deal with that. But that's my two main things. Enjoy the process and do your homework, what the division's looking for. What do you think is more important for men's physique, size or conditioning? I kind of touched on the previous question, but for men's physique, it can't just be size or conditioning. It needs to be a lot of things. For example, do you have good size, but is the size in the right areas? Does it flow well? Are you balanced? Are you in condition? Are you in good condition? That's a big difference between local level and national level per level. The conditioning is huge. You may get a better look just because of conditioning, but I wouldn't say you have to go all in conditioning, but make sure you are in shape. Presentation, gotta practice your posing. I can't tell you how many guys see you get on stage, especially at the local level, those amateur shows. These guys are getting on stage with terrible posing. They're not even hitting any good angles themselves. They're not contracting their abs fully. They're not showing their back. It's like, if you diet your ass off and train your ass off and you don't worry about your presentation, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You're wasting your prep. Because at the end of the day, the judges only judge what they see in front of them. And if you're not presenting what works best for you, you're gonna hurt yourself. You're probably gonna lose some placings. I coached an athlete in October, my close friend's Adrian, and he wasn't actually better than some of the guys. He was good, but he actually outposed some of these guys and bumped up a placing or two. I think he did, at least. He was in good shape, good structure, obviously all that, but I think his presentation helped him elevate his posing to win 2 classes and get second. So if you really want to do well, you got to practice your presentation. So I would say shape, balance, conditioning, size in the right areas. There's so many different things. Physique is very, I don't want to say genetically based, but it is. If you don't have a small waist, you're going to have a tough time competing in the division, but a lot of things go into men's physique. So I kind of touched on this question a little bit, but I'll touch on it again. What is your motive every morning before a workout? And I don't work out in the morning. I'm an evening worker-outer. But I do cardio in the morning, and my motivation is just to be better. It's simple as that. Self-improvement, just reaching my goals. I'm so hyper-focused, as I said, about reaching my goals, because for me, I'm a very team-oriented person. I'm a very loyal dude. And the way I see it is that if I win, everyone around me wins. Now, I'm not talking about everyone, I'm talking about the people in my circle win. So I'm just so focused on leveling up my game so I can help level up people close to me's game. So that's a little motivation for me every morning when I'm going to do my cardio. How and when did you get into competing? I got into competing 2016, my first show. I won the Lehigh Valley Championships. Before that, in 2013, I actually decided I wanted to compete. But like I told y'all, you gotta take time to be ready to do a show. So I waited years to do my first show, because I was like, my first show, I want to be special, I want to do well, I want to win. So I'm gonna take the time, however long it may take, to reach that goal. So I sat down, made a game plan, grew for a long time, and got ready for my first show and won. So that's how I got into the game of competing. It may not be the smartest thing for you to do, but obviously people are gonna do what they want, because that's how life is. You know, you tell someone not to do something, they're gonna do regardless. But if you're gonna go down that route, you gotta really be smart about it, and you gotta realize that there's a lot of ramifications that come with it, and that a lot of people have this more attitude. because they see these top pros and they're like, oh, I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. But you gotta be smart and realize that this is genetically a different ball game for a lot of these people. The people at the top, they have the top tier genetics. Most people who do this stuff don't. So you think these people are taking a million things, guess what? They're not. So if you're gonna go down that road, you gotta be smart about it. Think with your head. Also think long term, because you gotta think long term. Height and weight at 18 years old. Height 5'10", 5'10 and a half, probably like 5'10". Weight, I was probably, 150? Yeah, it's probably 150. I was light as shit. I was a small motherfucker. Do you plan on making it to the Olympia? If so, when? Well, I'm not a magical genie, nor do I, I can't tell the future, but yeah, of course I plan to make it to Olympia. I think I have the necessary tools to get to Olympia. Do I know when? No, I don't know when. I can tell you that next year I'm gonna make a push for it, and I'm gonna really prep my ass off for multiple shows to get to Olympia. But can you guarantee anything? No. You gotta pay your dues, gotta get better, gotta see where you stand in the league, because everyone looks good by themselves, but you gotta see where you stack up against the best in the world. So obviously my goal is to get to Olympia next year. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to get to Olympia next year. But I can't tell you that it's gonna, certainly happen, but I'm gonna work my ass off to make it happen. What made you wanna do physique instead of open class? Well, I weighed 192 pounds on stage. I'm 5'10". If I wanted to be an open, I probably need to be 250. At least. Probably like 255, 260. So I don't plan on going to open. That doesn't seem like a smart move for my health. I don't think that I ever will do open. Do I think I can do open? Absolutely. I think I could do open. Actually, I know I could do open. I know I could do pretty well. But I don't really want to do that because I'm very health conscious in multiple aspects, and I know if I get that weight, it just would not be smart for me and my health in the long term. So I'm not trying to do what's necessary to go to open. Just simple as that. What exercise are you doing for back? Holy shit. Doing all the exercises, my man. Rows, pull downs, pull overs, hyperextensions, just a simple shit, man. People overthink it, but take home points, contract your back, stretch, squeeze, same exercises, not trying to make a bunch of different exercises in there. Like, I'm big on doing an exercise that I like, getting better at them, improving on them, and not really switching up the rotation too much. So that's my advice for back. Very, very good question. What has been your biggest failure in fitness, and what did you learn from it? So as some of you may know, I uploaded a 35-minute video of my life, my story, not my life, my story in fitness. So I'd recommend watching that if you want to know more about my story, but there's been a lot of ups and downs that led to this moment of becoming a professional athlete in IFBB. But one thing I learned is that there is no such thing as failures. And some of you may hear that and be like, what do you mean, Matt? There's no such thing as failures. There's moments where things don't look right, but they're leading towards bigger moments. Does that make sense? So you maybe have a little bit down moment, but it's leading for something bigger and better. So I don't perceive things as failures. I perceive things as lessons and opportunities that are coming for bigger and better things. So if you really want to learn about my story, watch that 35-minute video. I believe it's called Hospitalized to IFBB Pro on my channel. Well, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Q&A in the books, in here in the lounge, having a good time talking to y'all. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Helps the channel grow. I appreciate it greatly to all who do that. The channel growth has been awesome. Momentum is on another level. So I'm excited to keep this shit going, keep the positivity flowing, because as always, positive thoughts, positive action, positive things come to fruition. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys all for the support and love. I'll see you on the next one.